Hello, hello. What's going on? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing fine. I hope everyone is having a fabulous Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. I'm joking, guys. I'm not letting the time go on, guys. Man United are playing tonight. Of course, I know it's Tuesday. You know what it is, though? Man United play on a Wednesday for me. The kickoff is on at a Wednesday. It's at midnight, midnight where I am. So there you go, guys. But it is Tuesday. I'm not wishing the time away. Thank you guys for joining me today. Absolute legends, of course you are. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Smash a like on the video, all that jazz. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Could you do that for me? I think you'd be lovely if you did that for me, guys. Now, look, let's get back into the news. Guys, Manchester United. Absolutely, guys. Now, Manchester United have an opportunity today to win 5 games in a row. That's not 10, 5. It might be 10. I might be able to use the other hand. But it's 5 games in a row for now. Man United have a chance to win today and further solidify our position in the top 4. And guys, who knows where we can go? We carry on winning. That's all you can do. You can only win your games. You can't look at other teams. You can't see what Man City are doing, what Liverpool are doing, what Chelsea are doing. You just have to look at yourself and you just have to look after yourself, concentrate on what we're doing, win another game, 5 in a row. Fantastic. Sayonara Tara. We're here, guys. Absolutely. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, guys. And you know what? It would be absolutely fantastic if Man United managed to do that. However, we know about West Ham, don't we? We know about West Ham, and we haven't won there in about 5 years. It's been a very, very difficult ground to go to in recent years. And, maybe that's time to change the narrative. Maybe Man United need to now prove that they can win at West Ham, at the London Stadium. The most uninspiring, apparently the most uninspiring football stadium in the Premier League. Apparently, obviously because of the running track. Guys, I used to live around the corner from the London Stadium. So, you just used to be a bloody a shopping mall and stuff like that. It is just a shopping mall now. Well, it wasn't even a shopping mall. It was a bus station back in the day. That's where when West Ham were playing in Upton Park and they obviously moved to Stratford after the Olympics in 2012. But guys, look, very excited for the game today. Very enthusiastic. A little bit cautious, of course, I'm going to be because of our history in regards to West Ham. They have, had the better of us. Even when you think about the game at Old Trafford, it was a draw and a game that we should have won this season. We really should have. But guys, I'm interested to know your thoughts. Man United against West Ham. Obviously, Nuno Santos, the manager of West Ham, has said that he feels he's got a few injuries, guys. He's got a few injuries going on. Oh, well, you know what I mean? That's nothing to do with us. I don't think we're too bothered about the injuries. In regards to West Ham, more the merrier. More the merrier. Not too bothered about the injuries list for West Ham. Absolutely not. I'm more interested about Man United. We have our own problems, of course, guys, to contend with, let alone worrying about what West Ham are going to do. But what I would say is that there are some good players at West Ham. They're very good going forward, not so good going back. So we know what we need to do. We need to keep it solid, keep it tight. And then whenever we get an opportunity to attack, to counter-attack, that's what we need to do. Counter-attack and make sure that we capitalize on any spaces that are given to us from West Ham, of course. I'm not saying just go out there and play a low block. I think we can play a low block. I think we can play a mid block. I think that it's going to be a difficult game. I don't think we should just sit back. I think like a mid block would be good, to be honest with you. And maybe just keep it tight and be more cautious. Because we know about, Bowen and players like that. They seem to raise their game against Man United. I mean, anyone would think that the season is all about playing Manchester United. I think most of these teams play Manchester United and that's it. The season's over. It is disgraceful, isn't it, at the end of the day? West Ham have been doing this for a number of years. Of course, West Ham have cost us 2 titles. I know also well that they've cost us 2 titles, guys, absolutely. But I will have more, I don't think I'll be feeling sorry for them if we win tonight and they are dug further into relegation trouble, guys. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest with you, because I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. And guys, before I start, I know it seems like I've started. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, put your notifications on, all that jazz. Now, guys, in regards to a little bit of transfer news, of course, the dreaded transfer news for some. Manchester United are interested in and have agreed a verbal agreement with Kuwa Elias. Kuwa Elias is a 19-year-old centre forward currently playing for Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine. Of course, he's a Brazilian youngster, guys, who has been scouted by Manchester United for a little while now. Now, Kuwa Elias A 19-year-old Brazilian forward who plays for Shakhtar. He is on Manchester United's wish list, and apparently, according to rumours, Manchester United have first option in regards to Kouas Elias in regards to a verbal agreement. He's also wanted by the likes of Bayern Munich, Flamengo, and Milan. So, guys, this player is a very talented player, but again, it is a project player. Another project player through the door, guys. Absolutely. And what do we say about that? Well, I don't mind project players. I'll be honest with you, as long as we can get some experienced players in there as well. And some players that can, you know, ready to go, press play. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? Not having to wait until they're nurtured. And, oh, he'll come good. Don't worry. He's going to come good. I tell you. I know he's been shit for 1 year. But you know what? He's going to come good. I'm telling you right now. You know. If, whats, and buts and maybes. I don't deal with if, buts, and maybes. I deal with absolutes. That's what I deal with. Absolutely. I don't deal with if, buts, and maybes. Absolutes. What Man United need right now is absolutes. We don't need maybe. I know he's been rubbish for the last 6 months, but he's young and he's going to come good. Man United right now need absolutes for next season. I don't want any more project players. We got enough project players of our own. Thank you very much. Absolutely. So we do need players that can walk into our football team. And that's not to say we won't sign young players. We won't sign project players. But we need to get the spine and the first team fixed before we start thinking about bringing in a Kouas Elias, for example. And Kouas Elias has, it looks like he might go to Man United at the end of the season. But we'll have to wait and see, of course, guys. As another centre forward. Guys, he's valued at around 20 million. You could probably get him for about 20 million euros, guys. He joined the Ukrainian club in February 2025, and his contract runs out until the end of 2029 this season. He's scored 3 goals in 6 domestic league appearances. For the Brazil under-21, he scored 9 in 12 appearances. In January 2026, reports cited Shakhtar Donetsk's asking price for him varies from 20 million euros to 25 million euros. His high end is 30 million to 35 million in regards to that. You know, a little bit steep in regards to a 19-year-old player playing in Ukraine, of course. We have to be a little bit, obviously, more mature in regards to players that we're going to get from the likes of Ukraine and places like that, of course, guys, because obviously these players are not proven yet, of course, absolutely. And I don't mind, as I said, I don't mind us looking, but we can't stifle the development of Benjamin Sesko and players like that as well, because obviously I've got a lot of belief and faith in Benjamin Sesko. I think he's going to come good. And I don't think we should be signing too many youngsters. I think the only player that should come in as a backup striker or a first-team striker is an experienced striker so that they can nurture Benjamin Sesko, so to speak, you know, rather than just getting another youngster in there. That's going to be a project player, just like Benjamin Sesko is kind of a project player, so to speak, isn't it? Benjamin Sesko, I believe in him. I know he's been a little bit unlucky recently in regards to the chances he's had. He's not, but one thing I would like to reiterate, guys, and I would like to clarify something with you guys, right? Benjamin Sesko, even his time in the Bundesliga, was never prolific. He was never a 20, 30 goal a season man. He was a guy that could hold up the play, very, very talented in regards to his skill, and he's bringing other people into play and stuff. He was that kind of player. He was never a guy that would bag goals like Harry Kane. What can he become that? Maybe he can become that. But we got to be very patient with Benjamin Sesko. And he's still very young, of course. I'm playing in the Premier League. It's difficult, especially when you've got the burden of scoring all the goals. You know, just like Rasmus Højlund had the burden of scoring all the goals. The pressure can become overwhelming, of course. So, you know, we got to be a little bit more patient in regards to some of these players. Of course we do. Absolutely. Now, I really do hope we can win tonight. I really do hope that, because we have got some difficult games coming up. The games that I expect Man United maybe to drop points in, obviously Newcastle away, Chelsea away, going to be very difficult. I don't mind. You can't win every single game. Of course you can't. It'd be lovely if we did. It'd be lovely if Man United can go on this magnificent generational run. That would be absolutely fantastic. But it is obviously highly unlikely that Man United are going to win every single game to the end of the season. This is why we have to pick and choose, and which games we are going to drop points in. And this game tonight is not one of those games. This game tonight, West Ham, who are in the relegation zone, is a game that we should be able to negotiate. We should be able to win pretty, not easily. I'll never say that in the Premier League, but I would say more comfortably than other games. We should be able to win it. West Ham are a dangerous team. They're not completely rubbish. They are a dangerous team. They do have dangerous strikers. Somerville's a very good player. I like him. They got obviously Bowen playing for them as well. obviously they've got a lot of good players playing for them, so you always have to be wary of every single team that you play, and you always have to show them the utmost respect, of course, guys, absolutely. And I think we will. And I think we will come good tonight. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed, guys. But guys, thank you, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope everyone is blessed, of course. Good morning to the legends in the stream, of course. All bars one, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Sal, the community. He's getting better and better each day. I agree with that. Big up, all bars one. How you doing? Special light. Thank you, mate. Big up, Paul. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, of course. Big up, Ephraim. Big up, Donin. Long time no see. How you doing? Where you been all my life? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. And big up the legend, Tyberg. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good morning and happy match day to you all. It's all blessed. It's all good in the hood, guys. We got match day, guys. We got match day. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. Let's hope their bubble bursts today, guys. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Bursting bubbles. That's what we do, guys. Absolutely. We're going to burst some bubbles. Absolutely. Hubba Bubba FC, guys. Absolutely, guys. That's what we're going to do. Big up, Coco. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Of course. Good to see you. I've actually played on Upton Park, the old West Ham ground. I've actually played on that. The London Stadium, I haven't played on that yet. But yeah, guys, don't forget to smash a like on the way in, guys. Don't forget to do that. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. You're absolute diamonds. Now, look, it's going to be a roller coaster ride until the end of the season. Obviously, Michael Carrick's press conference yesterday was very telling. One thing I like about Michael Carrick is I would say that his modesty. I like his modesty. I like the way he speaks. He's very calm. He doesn't create headlines. I know that his press conferences can come across a little bit boring, a little bit, how do you say it? A little bit more diplomatic, kind of, quiet, like you're talking to, like you're having a meeting, a proper meeting. You know what I mean? There's no sensationalist buzzwords or any controversies, if you know what I mean, in regards to it, So it's good in one way. We need that. We do need that. We do need this kind of peace in regards surrounding Man United, of course. We don't need any more, buzzwords and controversies surrounding Man United, especially at this period. Now, the key is obviously who's going to play today. Who is going to play today? I for the life of me, can't see how Michael Carrick is going to change the lineup. I don't think he will. I think it's going to be the same lineup. I've done my, I believe I'm going to do my team later on, what I think the team will be. However, I don't think there'll be much changes, and I don't expect Michael Carrick to ring the changes in because we are in a position where we're winning games. And whilst you're winning games, especially if you're an interim coach, it's no point changing the record and trying to disrupt a good vibe in regards to the team. Now, obviously, I do feel sorry for the likes of Benjamin Sesko, the likes of Mazraoui. I still think Mazraoui should start. Noose should start. I think so. But Carrick is on an interim basis, so why should he? And his task is winning football matches right now. His task is not even thinking long term. His task is thinking right now. We got to win against West Ham, and that's what he's going to do. Now, I've looked at a number of games for Man United over the last few weeks, and obviously we passed every single test so far. But the one game it stood out for me was this game. Actually, it was West Ham away. Because I do have a bad memories. I have PTSD in regards to the London Stadium. Do you know what I mean? Last season, you remember the penalty where Coote, who's suspended now, probably in jail, went to the television screen and stood there for half an hour with Michael Oliver in his ear trying to justify a penalty when it wasn't a penalty, but he gave a penalty anyway, right? And we've had some horrible times there, And the great thing about football is that you can change the record, you can change the narrative, and you know what? Things could come good in the end, And like I said, it's always important that when you support a football team, you always take every game as it comes. You don't get overly enthusiastic. You don't get overly excited. You don't banter too much because you never know when football can hit you round the face with a big wet salmon, of course. Big up, Kerwin. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Kerwin in the house. Hope you're blessed. United man, then large up, Sal. Big up, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Happy match day. I'm hearing that Man United are tucking their chains when United is in town. Yeah, Man United get another train to London. I don't know why. We used to, back in the day, Man United used to get aeroplanes to London. Now they get trains. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Watch down the line. In a money saving measure, right? in a money-saving measure, watch Man United down the line get the underground train to games. This is the Jubilee Line service to Stratford. And you watch Man United go walking through Westfields and stuff like that, you know what I mean, to get into the stadium and that in the future, in a money-saving exercise for Jim Ratcliffe. At the moment, we've got the overground train, so we're a little bit okay. We get a first-class overground train. But sooner or later, they're going to make Man United go by bloody underground. You watch. This is what they're doing. We used to go by plane. Good morning, Saviour. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. LT, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Sal. If we just continue performing as we have, then today should be a win. And I also think he'll start the same, especially considering we are not going to play for another week and a half. Absolutely, LT, Man United are not playing for a week and a half. I'm frustrated by that, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you why I'm frustrated with that, because when you get in that winning run, you get into that momentum, you get into that vibe, and you're winning football matches, you don't really want to have a break. You want to keep playing, and we got a bloody 2-week break. I don't know why Man United got a 2-week break. I think it's ridiculous that Man United got a 2-week break, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And we have to just go with it. You know what I mean, guys? The only good thing about that is that obviously we can rest the likes of Mbeumo, who had a little knock at the weekend, and of course Casemiro as well. You know. Paul, big up yourself. How you doing, my friend? The only teams I'm a bit worried about is Villa, Chelsea, and Liverpool games coming up. I think we can win the rest. Hopefully, we can get these 3 games. This is the thing, isn't it, Paul? The ones that we have to win is these type of games. These are the type of games that we can win. So if the worst did happen and we did drop some points against those teams, then we'll be okay because we won the likes of these games, you know? The most important thing in this season, I know we want to finish as high up as the table as possible, and I did sacrifice myself. I did say that Man United can come second or third. I think we can. But one thing I said is that we as long as we qualify for this Champions League, I think, you know, that would be the most important thing for Manchester United is to qualify for the Champions League, whether we come first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. Man United need to qualify for the Champions League. Of course, Ineos will be looking at it and saying, oh, well, you know what? If we finish higher up the league, we get more money. Of course they do. That's what they're going to be thinking about. But with us, it's like about qualifying for the Champions League. And I think most of us would have took that at the beginning of the season, because at the beginning of the season, I haven't forgotten, there's a lot of people that say, Mel, well, you know what? I'll be happy with 8th and 10th. Anything higher is a little bit unrealistic. I remember what you were saying, you absolute pessimists. I remember it. You can't pull the wool over my eyes, guys. Absolutely not. Now, Man United got a chance to go as high at the league as they could possibly go. And we just, as I said at the beginning of the show, we just have to look after ourselves. And once we look after ourselves, I think we're going to be all right, guys. Absolutely. And good morning, Marcus. What's going on, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Big test today. It's a big test today. It is a big test today because West Ham will be up for it. Under the lights, Stratford, East London, my home area. I know what East London's like, you know. I'm not a big fan of West Ham. I was raised in Leighton, in East London. Leighton Orient, of course, is the rivals of West Ham. And the second oldest club in London, by the way. And look, I know about West Ham. I know about West Ham fans. Never really got on with West Ham fans, to be honest with you. And West Ham are one of those teams that Alex Ferguson pointed out way back in 95, 96, you know, one of those teams who throw games against certain teams if it benefits them, if it contributes towards Man United being worse or hurting Man United, if you know what I mean. And West Ham were one of those teams. They're one of those teams that only turn up when Man United come to town. But whenever Arsenal go there, whenever Liverpool go there, whenever anyone else goes there, they seem to crumble. But when Man United go there, you know, they're there. They're fucking playing like prime Barcelona. And Bremo, at the moment, as far as I'm aware, is okay. As far as I'm aware. Whether he'll start or not, I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, he's okay. But luckily enough, Man United are covered in that position. If he doesn't play, we've got Benjamin Sesko up there who's okay. But we really do need Bremo. We're playing really well. And what I would say is that we're getting the job done. And we got this winning vibe. And I would like to keep the same lineup as played against, obviously, Tottenham, you know, and Fulham. Do you have friends and family support West Ham? No, my dad's best friend supports West Ham. My dad's best friend, who was his friend for about 30 years. When I was a younger lad, during the late 80s, I didn't really like football first, obviously, when I was growing up, when I was a child. And then I grew up and he supported West Ham. He had a season ticket and he used to go to all the West Ham games when I was younger. He tried to persuade me to become a West Ham fan. He tried to persuade my older brother to become a West Ham fan. It didn't work, obviously. The first ever game I went to in my life was Leighton Orient against West Ham back in the 80s and stuff like that. And I didn't like West Ham. I didn't like the fans. I didn't like anything about West Ham. But I was only a young lad then, about 7 years old or something like that. And I don't have anyone in my family who are West Ham fans, just my Uncle Sharb, as I call him. Uncle Sharb, he's a big West Ham fan. And back in the day, he used to love West Ham. But definitely none in my family. As far as I'm aware, let me just think. As far as I'm aware, no. Because most of my family are from West London. My family, my mum, my parents and everything like that are from Wimbledon ways and stuff like that. So they're not really from East London. No. And some people from West London don't really support West Ham, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So that's what it is. Kenny, not expecting much changes, but let's get the business done. Absolutely, Kenny. Absolutely. Big up, Kenny. Hope 2 weeks break can bring Dorgo closer to returning our attack and to full strength towards the end of the season. We need it. Absolutely, Cohen, my guy. We need it, my friend. We need our players back because when we get into these games against, obviously, Chelsea away, Newcastle away, we got Villa coming up as well. We got Liverpool at home as well. We need the best team that we can possibly pick, you know, at the end of the day, of course. Mandem, so if you agreed, you'd be having a West Ham fan channel. Crazy. It's true, mate. The thing is that all that did when my Uncle Sharb, who used to support West Ham, tried to introduce me to football, all he did was pull me away from football. All he did was pull me away from football. And all he did was like telling me to support West Ham, right? I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, nah. You know, I was going to West Ham games and there was a bunch of skinheads everywhere and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? No way at all. I don't like football and that's it. And then obviously I supported Man United, as I've said the story many times, because of my best friend supported Man United and stuff like that. Of course. Vix, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I'm not confident on this game. We will see how it goes this game, one game at a time. Exactly. That's all you can do, Viz. Absolutely. Big up, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Benny. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. LT. West Ham is another team that needs to set things right with because we haven't won away to them in a while. I think it's 5 years, if I'm not wrong. We need to tick them off the list as this season is a revenge tour, especially this half of the season. We're on a crash revenge tour at the moment, guys. We've beaten Arsenal. We've beaten Chelsea. We've beaten Liverpool. We've beaten Newcastle. Who haven't we beaten, guys? You know what I mean? What did they say? No, I'm not going to say it on here. Absolutely not. But there you go. I'm going for 2-0 United win. Won't be easy game, though. It won't be an easy game because obviously West Ham do have a talent in their team. But I don't think we should be intimidated by the occasion because I know that the London Stadium isn't an intimidating ground, you know. And it's a ground we haven't done well in, which is weird because obviously it's not intimidating like the bowling ground was, Upton Park it's called. It's not intimidating like that. But, you know, I really do hope that Man United go out there and exert themselves and don't feel the pressure, you know, and win. And that's all it's about. Somerville, it sounds like Ineos who only want to spend in the summer. Yeah, they'll sign Somerville in the summer because it reminds them of the summer. Absolutely. Hated that Man City won, but I'm glad that they did to keep the pressure on Arsenal. No runaway champions here, buddy. Well, I never know because Man United might win the league. Oh, you never know. You never know. I think Man United can come close. Can see another 3-2 win for United. Absolutely. Would be lovely. A lot of West Ham fans are Essex. Yes, Revert 7, they are. You're absolutely spot on. They are from Essex. They are. Good, mate. Chadwell Heath, 7. What's it? How does it go? Gidea Park, Good Maze, Chadwell Heath, Romford, Shenfield. They're going all the way down there, guys. We're going all the way. The proper EastEnders, we pushed all the West Ham fans out to Essex. The only way is Essex. That's what we did. Because I'm a proper Cockney geezer, you get me? So we pushed them all the way out to Essex. They're in Southend now. All the way at the end, if you know, you know. Sal, if we win, we will be far from Liverpool, especially when they play Sunderland tomorrow. And can you actually see Liverpool winning against Sunderland? No Shabbat. None of that. Big up, reverse. They are indeed fake Cockneys, mate. Absolutely. They are. There's no Cockneys in Essex. They're fake. You want to tell me there's Cockneys in Essex? There's not. The Cockneys are in East End of London, mate. You get me, mate? You know what I mean? Absolutely. Absolutely. Vino, greetings. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Big up, Sal. Let's get a free one for me. Come on, Darren. Let's do it. I agree. I would love that, my friend. Big game today. Hopefully, we go out before our mini break on a win. Absolutely, Rivers. It'd be lovely. I'll be a little bit disappointed because obviously we're in this good vibe. You know what I mean? Then we're playing Everton away. That's not going to be easy, guys. I know. Shush, it's not going to be easy. I know I'm saying it's going to be easy, but I'm you know, I don't think Everton are going to be quite the same beast as they were at Goodison Park, in my humblest of humbles. Benny, psychology, do you think getting this 5 in a row out of the way will help the team because the media have been doing on it for ages? I think it will help the team. I think that gentleman who's going to get his hair cut will help everything. So we'll have 2 weeks just to sweep that stuff. You know what I mean? Oliver Twist FC. Sweep it into the dirt, into the truck, and that's it. Get all that rubble away, and then we concentrate on after that a little break, of course, guys. Absolutely. Delighted if we do manage to get that guy's haircut because it's a spectacle that we don't want. Man United, a very serious football club. You wouldn't see Inter, you wouldn't see Real Madrid, Barcelona doing this nonsense. So hopefully he gets his haircut, we move on, and we can concentrate on what's most important, getting in that Champions League, of course, guys. Vino, I would need to wake up at 1:45 a.m. in India, man. It's 1:15 kickoff for me. It's 12:15, midnight 15. So it's 12:15 a.m. for me, Vino. Not that worse, but yours is worse, of course. 12:15. I have got an all-nighter tonight, so I'm going to be out all night talking about the game. Absolutely. It's at 12:15 midnight, the kickoff for me. Yours is 1:45 a.m. Wow. Late one for you, my bro, but your commitment, is recognized to the cause, of course. The London Stadium is an awful football ground. I've been there a few times. It's very big, unnecessarily so. Not a football stadium for me. Listen, guys, you need a bus to get to the bloody pitch. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Later on today, Ephraim, my match preview is at 12, 1, 2, 3. No, sorry. Is it 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. What have I got? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 10:30. 10:30 a.m. is my match preview, guys. Please, I've given you the link already, guys. If you know, you know, of course. Kenny, glad the way Carrick answered the question regarding on United Strand. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of our football club being asked questions about a guy who's a glazer plant. He's a glazer plant. You didn't know? You didn't know that he's a glazer plant? He's an Ineos plant to divert the attention away from them? When has he ever said, get the Glazers out? When has he ever said, Ineos out? When has he ever said that? Man United fan. He's as much as a Man United fan as Jamie Carragher is a Man United fan. Absolutely. 10:15 in the morning for UK, Darren. Is that 10:15 at night or in the morning, Darren? I think it must be at night, isn't it? London Stadium used to be an Olympic stadium. It did, Kenny. I used to live there. I remember living in Leighton in East London. If you know, you know. When the Olympics was going on, and I remember you used to get Olympians walking around Leighton lost, and they used to go, "Excuse me, where is the London? Where's the Olympic Stadium? Stratford. Straight down there. You've gone the wrong way. You're in the ghetto here, my dearies. Absolutely, that's what it is at the end of the day. Back in them days, I remember it. 2012. LT, the only way West Ham can get a result is if we switch off and bottle it, because let's be real, we are better than them and that need to get 5 in a row. We played much better. We played much more difficult games than West Ham over the last few weeks, haven't we, LT? We will be letting ourselves down if we don't win this game. It will be a travesty, considering the fact that we've won the games that we won over the last few weeks. Of course, there are a whole number of factors that are included in football, red cards, VAR and stuff like that. Look, guys, I'll be delighted. I'll be just as happy as beating West Ham, as beating Arsenal, as beating Man City. I would be. I'm just as happy because we haven't won there in a while. Frank versus Eddie Howe. Who loses gets the taxi. Yeah. I mean, I thought they would have been sacked by now. Big up. PM. Late one for you, Darren. Late one for you. Not as late as us, but you know what? It'd be good to have you here, my bro. Basically, he deflected the question on United Strand. Yeah, it's good. He should. Why should professional footballers be asked questions about an industry plant? And that's what I would say, because he is an industry plant, guys. Why should we have to answer? Why should Man United players, Bruno and Carrick, have to answer questions about this clown? It's what I'm talking about, guys. I do not dislike that guy, but he is using Man United for his own personal profit. And that's what I would say. You're using Man United as, to benefit from it. Fair play to you, lad. Great for you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But Man United are not a cash cow, apart from the Glazers. You know, at the end of the day. For me, people do them sort of things. They almost remind me of someone. This is why, guys, I think that a lot of these things are Glazer plants. I honestly think that he is a Glazer plant. I think he's a Glazer Ineos plant. I think he's been put there to say, back him, PR him, push him, so that all the attention is diverted away from Man United. And them. Sorry, them. Absolutely. Spenny lived in Barking back in the 90s. Proper West Ham territory. Very West Ham territory. District line. I know it. Green line, of course, Benny. I know it. I'm an East Ender for life. Never underestimate a true East Ender, my friend. Barking, yes. District line. Mile End, Barking, Mile End. Yeah. On the way to bloody Hornchurch. I know, Upminster way. Yeah, I know where you go, guys. Barking, I used to study at Barking College. There you go. And Barking College is not in Barking, by the way. It's near Romford. Absolutely. Ephraim, Sal, I like what Bruno said. They asked about the United strand. Yeah, because people, it's a joke, mate. It's a joke. These are professional footballers, right, who are in a very pivotal period in the season. A difficult period in the season. And they're being asked questions about a bloody clown. You know what I mean? Like, I looked at Bruno's face and Bruno was like, what? What are you on about? What are you on about? Marcus, I'm noticing a lot of less negativity scrutiny since we've gone on this nice war game win. Streaks out, wankers. Absolutely, mate. Man United need to carry it on. I love it. Honestly, Marcus, I'll be honest with you, my friend. I love it. I love it. I love the positivity. I love the smugness. And let me tell you something, you rivals out there, right? All you rivals. I cannot apologize for the smugness that I am going to deliver when Man United get into that Champions League. I cannot apologize for it. Look, listen, let me correct that, guys. I'm giving you a pre-apology for my smugness. When Man United qualify for the Champions League, there's a pre-apology for you, because at the end of the day, over this last year, especially in particular this last year, you guys have been giving us grief. You've been giving us banter. That's fine. That's cool. But let me tell you something. You better pray. Goodness me. Pray that Man United don't come back and win that title. Oh, guys, you're going to have to put a muzzle on me. You're going to have to put a muzzle on me, because I'm going to be the most unbearable United fan there has ever been in God's green earth. Absolutely. And I'm subtle with it. I don't come out and go blah, blah, blah and raise my voice. I am subtle. There you go. Media, big up media, Marcus. From the media. I know, mate. I know, brother. They are a disgrace and they're against Man United, of course. United Cargram, what's going on, my bro? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really like your opinion, by the way. I've seen your TikTok video. Very good, mate, in regards to Belabor. Very balanced. Very good, mate. Like your comments, mate. Very good. Keep it up, my bro. Good morning, Sal. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. A bit late. Doesn't matter. You're here, brother. It's good to see you. Just wondering, what will United Strand do after shaving? How will he get clicks and views? Now, one thing I don't mind, Qua. I'm not one of those guys who wish a brother bad luck, right? Good luck to him. That's what I say. But leave Man United out of it. That's all I would say. Leave Man United out of it. But what I think he's going to do, Qua? And I'm going to tell you this in advance, guys. And you guys are going to say, well, Sal said that. He's going to do the World Cup thing. He's going to do the World Cup thing. He's going to do something for the World Cup. Trust me. Trust me. You heard it here first. He's going to do something for the World Cup. That's what he's going to do. And then he can go on Celebrity Big Brother and whatever he's going to do and stuff like that after that. We should just ride into London on the back of horses like John Wayne. We could save a couple of pounds this week. Wouldn't it surprise us? We leave on the 27th of January and we arrive today. and that's what we do. Man United have left for the game against West Ham on the 27th of January. And we have scrolls. We don't have internet. We have scrolls. Man United, we are here to play West Ham United at the London Stadium. Do you have a changing room for us? That's how it is. We're gonna be saving so much money, guys. That's what it's gonna be. You know, we'll be scrolls and everything. Kerwin, one of the good things I believe in this attack versus West Ham is that our new attack signings weren't here to suffer any PTSD history, and they can still treat this game with open mind and not worried. Fingers crossed, Kerwin. Fingers crossed. Let's hope we can do the business tonight, of course. LT, we have been playing the best football in the league. Guys, if people think I'm nutters, people think I should be in a mental institution when I said Man United are the best team in the league. I think Man United are the best team in the league on our day. Sorry, guys. Sorry to burst your bubble. Sorry to make you sad. But this is what I think. I generally think that. On our day, we could beat anyone. We've proven it. On Arsenal's day, they can't beat everyone. We can. We have been playing the best football in the league, and it's nice to see the fear in rivals and watching Liverpool falling while we're 8 points clear of them, especially if they lose. You know one thing, you know what? Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready for the Champions League. Look, guys, you know what they can have? You know what? You know what they're going to have? They're going to have the Europa League. Or the Conference League. One of them ones. Whichever one they want. They can have it. They can have it. We're having the Champions League. Thank you very much, because that's where we belong. That's where we belong. We belong in the Champions League. That's where Man United belong. Man United belong in the Champions League. The pioneers of English team in the Champions League. That's what it's all about, guys. Absolutely. Big up my man them. Big up the man them crew. Big up the man them crew. Big up the man them crew. Big up the man them. If we qualify for the Champions League and Liverpool in the Conference League, I would also be the most arrogant fan out there. Yes, come on, Tybo. Liverpool fans, prepare yourselves. You better prepare yourself, because I have not forgotten. I have got a memory, a photographic memory. I'm like a bloody hornet. Guys, I've got photographic memory. I remember everything. Don't worry about that. I am ready to pounce. I'm ready to pounce, guys. We are ready. If Man United qualify for that Champions League, and they're in the Conference League playing FC Bumper Club, then you know what? Good luck on them, because I'm going to be giving it to them. Make sure you bring your coat. Make sure you bring your jacket, because Finland is a very cold place when you play FC Haka in the Europa Conference League. FC Haka, don't forget your coat. It's very cold. That's what I would say. Absolutely. Gregory, I'm concerned about Casemiro playing a second game in 3 days tomorrow. An injury to Casemiro will result in Ugarte playing instead. Nightmare fuel, but we have to play him. We have to. I run 5K a day. I'm older than him. He got to do the business and keep fit. That's it. I mean, at the end of the day. We need him. We need him to play. West Ham, we play Ugarte against West Ham, we lose. Sal, what would you say the differences are between Ole and Carrick so far? Can we truly consider the long term of you know what, Coco? It's too early to say, my bro. It's too early to say what with Carrick and what's going to happen with Ole. Ole and Carrick are two different people, absolutely two different personalities. I wouldn't paint them with the same brush. However, we have to look at it in the point of view that this could be a manager bounce. And I would analyze everything at the end of the season, where we are, how we played, the ins and outs. And if I was Ineos, I would still do things professionally. I will still conduct interviews. I think it's very important that we do that. We still have to do things professionally. We still have to conduct interviews and whatnot, in my opinion. Absolutely, Coco. Playing the best football, hands down. Absolutely, definitely. That West Ham ground has no personality whatsoever. Let's just win over there and be done with it. The EPL needs Man United to be relevant. Otherwise, it's boring, man. Man United relevant would lift the EPL. Look at what's going on with the EPL at the moment. Lots of people talking about boredom. Lots of people talking about quality. When Man United are back, Man United will save the Premier League again. Again. We will save the Premier League again. Man United are there to save the Premier League again. That's what's going to happen. Trust me. Just like we did in the 90s when the Premier League, or English football, just before the Premier League, was known for hooliganism. And there were, you know, the Margaret Thatcher wanted to ban football from England, right? Because of the fights and the travesties that occurred in football. Man United came along and saved English football. Of course they did. And then we built Eric Cantona, and the rest is history. United Qua, not sure if you covered this, but what do you make of Glazers looking to buy? I covered it yesterday. My stance is very, very sticks very, very tightly. What I would say in regards to the Glazers are a disgrace. We are 1.2 billion in debt, and they're going out buying a cricket team. Now, this is why we're anti-Glazers. This is why we're anti-Ineos, because Ineos slept with the Glazers and they facilitated the Glazers. They've got money. They've got money. They could clear off our debt if they cared about Manchester United. And remember, this is Avram Glazer, by the way. This is Avram Glazer, the one who contributed to Jim Ratcliffe being here the most. He was the one who wanted to keep Man United. He's the one, Avram Glazer, that wants to keep Manchester United. You know? So they've got $1.8 billion. Why don't they clear our debt with that? But they want to buy a cricket team. Let me just say something to the good people of India. Let me just say something to good people of India. Tell them to F off, guys. Don't do it. They're going to leverage off your cricket club. They're going to leverage them. They're going to take money out of your cricket club. They're going to take your dividends. They're going to take your profits. They're going to ruin the game of cricket in India, right? India are going to be ruined and Pakistan will take over. Don't worry about that, right? So you better make sure you don't let the Glazers in there because you know what? This is what they're looking for. This is exactly like the regeneration project. This is why the government of England should stop the Glazers on this regeneration project. They are 1.2 billion in debt. The great people of Great Britain, they are 1.2 billion in debt and they're looking for taxpayers to pay for the stadium. Yet they're going to bloody India to buy a cricket team for 1.8 billion. You know, and people are still got the audacity to support the Glazers. 1.2 billion in debt. 1 billion taken out of the club in dividends and interest. Unbelievable. Imagine walking into a football club, right? That didn't need anyone. Self-sustainable, rich, could buy anyone we bloody wanted to, right? And then someone comes in, gets a loan out, puts a loan on the club and uses the profits on the club to pay off that loan. And in 20 years, they've not paid a dime in capital. Not one dime in capital. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about here. Drives me mad. It does my blood pressure. Honestly, I shouldn't even be talking about it. It just does my blood pressure. My doctor told me, Sal, stop thinking about the Glazers. Sal, stop thinking about the Glazers. My doctor told me, Sal, leave it. I predicted 2-1 win. Can't watch it. Have to wake up early. Germany's economy will collapse without me. At least this will work. Thank you, Tybo. No problem at all, my friend. I get you, man. Our new attack, meaning Mbremo, Cunha, and Sesko in versus Cersei, Garnacho, and Rashford makes a huge difference. Absolutely. Absolutely. Conference League, FC Bumperclart, Sal. Yes, Marcus, FC Bumperclart. Very big team. Very big team in Slovenia. No offense to Slovenia. I'm only joking. Gregory, the difference now is Casemiro is playing in a free midfield, not just Bruno. Exactly. Bruno plays in a free up front, not a free midfield. He plays in a 2 midfield, doesn't he? Mainu and Casemiro. It's 2 midfield. But obviously Bruno can drop deep. Man United in the Champions League and Liverpool in the Europa or conferences will make me unbearable to them Liverpool fans because they've been bantering us for years and doing it. And doing it where half the season with an interim. Exactly. Imagine that. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Absolutely, very ironic. I love it, man. I love it. This is what football's about, though, isn't it? Football swings round and round and roundabouts, doesn't it? Tybo. Just imagine we are playing Inter Milan and Liverpool are playing champions of Uzbekistan after spending 500 million. If that's not even reason for banter, I don't know what it will be. Just make sure you bring your coat. Nice, furry, puffy coat. You know what I mean? And your Wellington boots. Oh, they'd be playing on those artificial pitches. You know, FC Slobonek. FC Slob pain in the neck. Absolutely. You know, you have to get, you know what you have to get there? You have to get there by plane, you have to get there by boat, and you have to get there by tractor. Or we're going to come back for you, innit? Absolutely. Very nice. Very nice. Welcome to Uzbekistan, the stadium. Absolutely very nice. They're going to love it. I can't wait. Donin, thankfully, weekly Casemiro now playing in the midfield three, not just Bruno Ahmed. He's not actually playing in the midfield three. He's playing in he's playing in an attacking midfield three. Yeah. Mainu and Casemiro are playing in the midfield. He's playing as an AM, which is better for him. Absolutely. With obviously Cunha and Ahmad, so we don't need to do as much. Mandem, this is why we should put a lot of pressure on Glinios to buy players in the summer to bolster us. These guys want this to be a commercial club, yet fans that want this to be a football club as it should be. Exactly. But there are the Mandem millions. Let's not forget about them, United Mandem. There are the Mandem millions who are Sir Jim Rimcliffers. That's what they are. Sir Jim Rimcliffers. The Rimmers. Absolutely. That's another team Liverpool will be playing next season. The Rimmers. Absolutely. Donin, Casemiro looks 5 years younger in the midfield three. Not just with Bruno, also Ahmad not being wasted. Casemiro's not enough midfield threes and a midfield two alongside Mainu. Donin, it's a 4-2-3-1. He's in an AM. There's an AM. There's three. He's in the midfield two. AM, it's attacking midfield. It's not so much that. But he does look better, I get you. The irony about the Glazers not spending their own money on Man United is that they had to put them investment in. They would never have to work again, spend money to make money. Bloody wankers, absolutely. Arseholes. Lacey in the travelling squad? No, I don't think he is. I'm not sure. I've heard he's not. But one person who's not is Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro is not in the travelling squad, as far as I'm aware. And I think 50 likes are 50. Guys, team 50. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. Smash a like on the video. It helps with the algorithms. It helps get the video to other places. Guys, come on. Yeah, I believe he is. There you go. Gregory's just confirmed for me. Big up. LT, if only the Glazers were forced out the Abramovich from Chelsea and we were bought by proper owners, we'd be challenging this season, especially looking at our poor top teams. We all know if the Glazers were anything other than American, they would be out of the football club. We all know that. You know what I mean? Football needs high-flying United. This is what people don't get. Just look at how the league is when United are performing well. The best periods in the football history, in regards to the Premier League, the best Premier League moments in the history of the Premier League have been when Man United were challenging. Tell a lie. Am I telling a lie? A lie. A lie. Am I lying? The best periods in the Premier League have been when Man United were challenging. A lie. 1995, 1999. You know? Should we go on? 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. Right to the last kick. Right to the last kick. Football was better. You know, and we raised the bar. AK, big up yourself. Glazers in here. Absolutely. Mandem, the only person from the Minions that always calls out Glinios is Noureddin. He's been so vocal about them that sometimes he didn't even mention issues with the manager. Yeah, but he contradicts himself with the manager. That's the thing. He went on the manager when the Glinios are not giving anyone a chance. And they're not going to give Michael Carrick a chance, trust me. They're going to sign him a few players and certain men are going to get a little bit giddy. And then obviously they're going to say, oh, I told you, Ineos. I told you, you got to hold that. The Ineos, you got to apologize to Ineos. I've had that this year. Are you going to admit you were wrong about Ineos and apologize to Ineos, mate? Listen, I don't understand these people. Honestly. Have you watched the response from Casemiro to Carrick every game he subbed off? He really responded to Carrick. You could see it. Absolutely. Love it. I love that. I got a lot of love for Casemiro. It's a shame that Casemiro has to leave. I like Casemiro, the way he acts on the touchline. It's obvious that he's a huge influence within the dressing room. It really is. Marcus, I've blocked that United Strand fella from TikTok. I hate that damn gimmick. It's a gimmick. He's a Glazers plant. I'll tell you right now. And he can disappear after this is done. And I hope Man United win today. They can cut his hair, have a big shine about it. You know what I mean? La, 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 la. Move on into the distance. Run off into the sunset to your World Cup. Because that's what he's going to do. If England win the World Cup, I will do this. I will do that. This is what's going to happen, guys. He's going to be doing all these gimmicks around and stuff like that. Once a clown, forever be. Absolutely. United ran them. I really want us to go through games without having to hear anybody cut his hair. And you know, when Man United win today, that's all we're going to hear. That's all we're going to hear. That's all we're going to hear. Viz, Man United have been the best team in the Premier League and everyone's talking about us. We're loving life. Come on, Vix. Love the positivity, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I love us winning and playing good football. Unfortunately, the only irritating thing is that every match review from content creators and media about banter is to banter Amram. When will these lot move on? They won't move on because they're jealous of Amram. That's what I said. They're Amram sexuals. They're the Amram sexuals at the end of the day and the Jim Ratcliffe Rimmers at the same time. So Jim Rimcliffers, that's what they are at the end of the day. And they won't forget about Ruben Amram because they're idiots and they don't understand football. They don't understand what was going on. They don't understand about tactics. They don't understand nothing about football. Nothing. Absolutely zero. Media will not say anything about shite Jim because he's English shite. AK, I'm English, just to let you know. I'm not an English shite. No need for xenophobia on this channel, just to let you know. They won't say anything about him because he's a British lad, because he's a homegrown, right? But saying English shite, basically calling me a shite and my mum a shite. So let's cut out that. Let's not say English shite because I'm English. Yeah, nice one, AK. Thank you so much. None of that. None of that. Imagine I go around saying that about Nigerians or Egyptians or something like that. People won't like it, is it? You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Glory, Man United. Gregory, what's going on? Yes, Gregory, big up yourself. We need to demand 10 players. We also need to put pressure on lawmakers to make the useless owners pay off the massive debt. We need the government, Kofi. Absolutely. Big up, Kofi. Hope you're doing well. We need the government to intervene in this. We absolutely do. We need the government. They're the only ones who can intervene. They're the only ones who can stop this regeneration project. I've written a letter. It went viral. I could only do as much as I can possibly do. And what we need to do is we need to say, like, right, you got 1.2 billion in debt at Man United. Pay off that debt, then you can buy the regeneration project. You can have the regeneration project, right? But pay off the debt you owe first. Because if me or you had a loan from the bank and we own thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands and we're not paying off the capital, they would not give us another loan, right? So they should stop this regeneration project and then just say, okay, you've had this debt now for 20 years plus. You need to pay off this debt. That's what they need to do. Yeah, absolutely. Revert 7. Love to be in the FA Cup with Carrick and this team. It would have been nice. It would have been nice. And we would have seen JJ Gabriel probably as well. JJ Gabriel was eligible to play in the FA Cup. He's not available to play in the league, of course. So this is a shame, guys. It is a shame, but it is what it is. We went out the FA Cup, didn't we? Because we gave the bloody job to Fletcher for a little while, didn't we? Even Amram would have got through against Brighton. Amram beat Brighton. You know, we gave it to Fletcher and Fletcher fucked it up. That's what happened. We got easily beaten by Brighton. Easily. You know, and yeah. We should be in the FA Cup. We should have beaten Brighton. It's a ridiculous defeat. Yeah, it is very, very disappointing. I agree. You know, we should be in the FA Cup. Of course we should be, but it is what it is. We have to move on. And hopefully down the line, you know, next season we'll be in, you know, be able to challenge, get into the latter stages, you know, of these competitions, you know, which is always nice, you know. Winning these competitions, getting into the latter stages, you can test and trial different teams and stuff like that, you know. It would have been nice, Vino, absolutely, but we're not. Obviously, in regards to the League Cup, obviously, Onana slandered us. I will believe that to the end of time. Onana slandered us in that game. You know, I'll believe that forever, you know, at the end of the day, you know. Marcus, Sal, I'm hearing the mayor of Manchester is on board with Ineos and this is stupid regeneration project. I don't trust this guy, bruv. They're going to approve it, man. Don't like that. They're going to approve it because they're absolute arseholes, mate. That's what they are, money grabbers. You all know why this is. It's all to do with money. And the government of Manchester's in line to make a lot of money. That's it. You know, that's why he's doing it, absolutely. Benny, going out the FA Cup looks like a blessing. Time will tell. I don't know. Because I see football differently. I see football like, you know, when you're winning, momentum is key. You remember the treble winning season? I know it's completely different. We had better players and stuff like that, but momentum was our key. I think you can go far with momentum. You can get match fitness. You can do this and this and that. And you don't play every week, do you? We got 2 weeks now. Imagine we beat West Ham tonight. I would want nothing but Man United to play at the weekend and keep that momentum going, but we're not, you know, sadly. LT, with us Champions League, we need 8 players because we need considered players that are leaving, and at least, LT. We need a bench to be able to get through things like injuries, and that's my only fear regarding the summer window. We're not going to sign LT. This is exactly what we were saying last summer, LT. we're not going to sign 8 players. We'll probably sign 3 or 4, and they're going to use a bunch of excuses. And a few of those Sir Jim Rimcliffers are going to be like, oh, they done well. They're cooking. I told you, hold that, Ineos outers. Hold that, Ineos outers. We know what they're going to do, isn't it? Kerwin, who would you give the captain band if Bruno left the club? I'd only take De Ligt. I see Licha Martinez or De Ligt, someone like that. Yeah. Good morning, Sal. Big up, Garrett. How you doing, my friend? Glory going Man United. 3-0. Love that, my friend. Absolutely. Gregory, Sal, I'm still confused about the Ruben Amorim kept his job after losing to Grimsby Town in the FA Cup. Sal, I'm still confused about how Ruben Amorim, because it weren't his fault that he lost the game. It was the players who lost the game. Anyone could play against Grimsby. You don't need a manager to play against Grimsby, Gregory. Right? That was on the players. You know, they lost that match because they played shit. They played shit, and God knows why. These players do not be manipulated. This is not some tactical oracle from Carrick. They are having a new manager bounce. Don't worry about that. That was a combination of Onana, and that's it. He should have kept his job. Of course he should have, at the end of the day. You're glorifying Ineos and the Glazers there, because at the end of the day, no disrespect, you know, the Glazers and Ineos are to blame for the 4 out of 10 window. That's why. You know, they're to blame. They bought a manager with a distinctive style of play, and they didn't buy a distinctive style of players. Grimsby, you didn't need a manager to beat Grimsby. That's all on the players. You don't need anyone. I could have managed Man United against Grimsby, you know? With the Glenios are stingy and crying about not having money. Will these guys really have money, if any, for a new stadium? At the moment, we are not sure if they'll deliver any signings this summer. They're going to underwhelm in the summer. They're going to underwhelm in the summer. That's what they're going to do. They're going to underwhelm in the summer. They're going to get 3 or 4 players and everyone's going to be giddy. But we're going to lose a lot more players, you know, as well as the players that we lost in this last year as well. Let's not forget. Marcus, I know your thoughts on Mainu, but I believe a team can be built around this young lad. Your thoughts, brother? No, not yet, mate. No, he's got a lot of work to do. I've witnessed Paul Scholes in his prime. I witnessed Warwick Keane in his prime. He's got a lot of work to do for that. A lot. I'm not one of those guys who've been jumping up and down on the rooftop about Mainu. I think he's been okay. 6 out of 10. Most games. He's all right. But when you take Casemiro out, he gets exposed. That's what it is. So he's got a lot of work to do to be building a team around him. Absolutely. No chance. No. Got more chance of building the team around Bremo and Cunha for me. With the mayor publicly backing the Old Trafford regeneration, it's clear this project is bigger than football now. It's politics, exactly. You're absolutely right. And a major PR win for anyone attached to it. Absolutely. Financial gain. Financial gain. Mandem, true Sal, even rivals at the time said there isn't an excuse for the players to not win against Grimsby. As a collective, they should have won that game considering the quality we had on the pitch. Exactly. And who played in that game? Kobe Mainu. Onana gave away that game. Onana gave away that game. Look at the first and second goal. He gave away that game. He slandered us. He sabotaged Man United that day. He sabotaged Man United that day. And I always believe that. Of course, this is the go-to argument with Ruben Amorim and that. But I don't want to bring in Ruben Amorim. Why do people keep... Their thing is, I don't want to bring up Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim called out the owners and he should be applauded for that. Forget about what he performances and stuff like that. He had a 4 out of 10 window. He called out those scum and he should be applauded for that. And he walks into the distance, you know, and that's it. And that's what I would say about it. The fact that people keep going on about him is weird for me. It is really weird because at the end of the day, this is Manchester United Football Club. Managers get sacked all the time, you know. Managers get sacked all around the world all the time. Man United fans are the only fans who seem to have this obsession with previous managers, you know. Mandem, of course, it's a PR thing. Imagine being attached to a project like this. United builds a new stadium and gets back to winning trophies like before. Man United not going to be back if they build a stadium. Trust me. Man United will die with a stadium. I'm telling you right now. Man United's spiritual home is Old Trafford. We should stay there. What do you think about bringing Garner back from Everton? Solid backup replacer for Ugarte? No, thank you. No, thank you. Not good enough. And I never believe in going back. He's not been good enough. He's never been good enough. Man United need better. Man United need Belabor as a backup. Man United need these type of players as backup, not Garner, because Garner represents a Glazonomic signing. Cheap and cheerful. You know, Man United need big players as backups. If we're playing in the Champions League and we get an injury, we don't want Garner playing in that midfield. We want someone capable playing that midfield. We're going to get Champions League football and have enough to buy players, but we are only going to get 2 big signings and 3 maximum cheap deals. Then they'll blame the World Cup and walk in on the right decision and FFP and PSR. And we weren't in Europe a year ago, so it's affected us this year and all that nonsense. They're going to do all that. They're going to do all that. You see. Wait, watch this space, guys. They're going to do all that. You know, all the excuses. Man United need to sign minimum 8 players. Minimum 8 players this summer. I'm not even joking, guys. Minimum 8 players. Kofi, I believe Amarim would have been a great director of football. His ability to take no crap from players is a rare trait. And people need to thank him for that as well. Get rid of the toxic environment for Carrick to have a clear run. Exactly. Benny, with the history around Old Trafford Stadium, it should be listed building. Exactly. Typical of these owners, no respect for the history of this club or traditions. That's why they're going out buying a cricket team, while Man United stand 1.2 billion in debt. This is exactly what we're talking about. Yet there's some idiots who support them. Unbelievably so. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Great discussions as usual. Don't forget, I'm back later on 10:30 a.m., guys, for the match preview. Don't forget to join me for that. I am live for the watch-along tonight. Don't worry, I'm live for the watch-along tonight as well, guys, for Man United against West Ham as well. So don't forget to join me for that. Should be a laugh, guys. Guys, good luck to Man United tonight. It's a big one. No team moved away from their natural grounds has had proper success. Exactly. Arsenal, Highbury, West Ham, etc. Leaving Old Trafford be disaster, mark my words. I agree, Marcus. Absolutely 100%. Because I tell you what, Bernabeu, Nou Camp, they didn't move away from their home. They stayed where they were. Their history's there. You know, our history's at Old Trafford. It should never be allowed to happen, but we're too soft. You know. LT, you're right about Mainu. He's good on the ball and likes to roam, so he needs a sitter in the number 6 alongside him, because with Ugarte, number 1 sits and we get exposed, absolutely. Later, my legend. Big up LT. Take it easy. Big up my friend. Big up Paul. How you, take it easy, my friend. Have a good one. 3-0. Would love that, my friend. We'll take that all day long, my guy. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much. See you later on for the match preview. And guys, I've given you the link to the match preview. Check it out. Make sure you join me for that, please, guys. Join me for the match preview. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you. And I'll see you later on. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. See you soon. Peace.